Okay, we're in round 2. Oh my god. This hand is ugly. I think we got them all. Gotta do better than that. Alright, well, I guess we'll keep this one. Yeah, put that on the bottom, please. See what we're up against. Okay. Uh-oh. Blue-black and Jest with a turn 1 play. I think I might actually Tightening Coils that. Let's turn off my opponents in Jest. Not necessarily blue-black. Could also be red-black. But regardless, I'm going to turn off my opponents in Jest because I don't want to get ingested. Yeah, I was just thinking I guess, should have run a red and a white, I guess. Even though my mana base is already pretty atrocious. So we get to find a black mana here. We are playing against red-black Devoid, okay. I guess at least my opponent doesn't have plays. That's good news. Alright. Sifter, I'll take it. So another land and we're in Brood Monitor territory, which is good. We're currently in Prism Array territory, which is also good. Alright. Guess we'll F6. So I guess if we get land, we probably just slam a Brood Monitor. Try and get our big threat down as soon as we can. We've got a Defiant Bloodlord on the bottom of our deck. Who's like, I guess, our most threatening card, but it's not like we can play him anyway. Alright, complete disregard it is. There we go. Let's get Brood Monitor out there. Yeah, I mean, I guess I should be playing 5-color because I've got cards like Nissa's Renewal and stuff. Alright. Well, when I sideboard out my aligned Hedron networks, I'll go for the 5-color plan. Incubator Drone, you got it. I guess I'm not in a huge rush to play Prism Array in case I find my Shambling Vent, which I guess is yet another reason I should have run a Plains. Alright, guess it's just Renewal. Get a little deck thinning and ramp out there. This also shuffles our Defiant Bloodlord. gives us a shot to get that back. Outnumber. Well, that's a bummer. So if he attacks with drone, I guess I do triple block it. I lose 2 scions, get rid of a 2/3. Probably worth it. I could afford to take damage, I guess, but that's okay. It would make it so he used 2 cards to get rid of, like, not even completely one of my cards. But then I guess we wouldn't have completely gotten rid of the drone either, so. Alright, let's get a couple swamps and an island, sure. Alright. Well, pre-combat playing that makes me more inclined to take the incubator drone. Since I want to kill the dominator drone, I think. Kind of glad he didn't attack, though. Ooh, that was actually a good draw. Oh my god. Ooh. Alright. Well, that's that. Guess we play Prism Array. Why not? Yeah. So the mistake in building it, I guess I should have just made my mana base more atrocious than it already is. Just so I could actually get value out of Prism Array, get more value out of Exert Influence. I guess that's it, but those cards are fairly important for the deck. Alright, that's not a huge deal. We'll discard a forest. Probably better off discarding a network. I'm just kidding. Network could still possibly do something. Wish I could just buff my opponent's team so I could cast network. So I'll trade 2 scions for a dominator drone. That's a easy trade, I think. Kiora. Well, Kiora's probably okay. She'll save us a little bit of life. Could actually use her -2. Maybe we do that, actually. I have Prism Array for emergency use if I can't find anything. But if I can't find anything, I'm in huge trouble anyway. So I think we actually do the -2. Hopefully find a creature I can play. Oof. That was ugly. No, I guess Invoker's fine, actually, now that I think about it. So we'll go Invoker, Shambling Vent, pass. Exert Influence is on the bottom now? Whatever. So I'll tap down the Mind Raker. I'll probably just chump an Incubator Drone if it attacks Kiora. And that leaves me a couple counters left on the Prism Array. Plus Kiora won't die, so it's all good. So I could actually remove a counter to save my Scion too. Maybe that's better. Yeah, let's do that, I guess. Well, chump that, leave 2 counters here. No, I guess we'll just... Alright. We'll tap the drone too. Just the fact that I can untap and pump Invoker, I think, makes it worth it. Hope it's a 5-power creature. Oh no, that's not what I want to see. Alright, that's a bummer, but nothing to be done. So if I don't draw anything, I guess Kiora's gotta just kill herself to find me something. Yep, that's unfortunate. I could... So I could +1 her, hope my opponent's got nothing, tap this, chump this, still buy me a turn. Let's just get rid of her. Maybe find our 4/5 or something. Well, we did find the 4/5. So I guess I don't need to tap anything either. That's good news. Okay. It's pretty beatable. So Defiant Bloodlord has my opponent on a 5-turn clock, but my opponent's got pretty decent board setup at the moment. If I can find one more creature, I'm probably okay. Tightening Coils, that's actually not bad. So let's let's get in with Bloodlord, Coils the Mindraker, and then he can't really swing with the Nettle Drone. And I guess it's actually okay. So let's get in with the Bloodlord. Coils the Raker. And then pass. And our opponent can't really attack with Nettle Drone, so we're taking, I guess, at the very least 4 for 4, but we've got the Prism Array, which maybe can end up doing something for us. Hmm. Seems like a snap trade. Don't know why I wouldn't attack with the Scion, but attack with the Nettle Drone. All right. Oof. That's bad news. Well, I guess we can actually Hedron network. For value? Who would have thought? And we get a nullifier too? It's actually surprisingly decent. Plus we get to exile. So if I had exiled one more thing of my opponent's, I could actually counter a spell. That's pretty sick. All right, let's play the let's swing and play the network, I guess. Leave up the nullifier. This game is surprisingly winnable, believe it or not. We actually have our opponent on a 2-turn clock with the nullifier and with the prison. We can actually win this. So let's network to get rid of that pesky vile aggregate. My opponent can't even sack his way out of it, which is pretty necessary. If this was 5 and he had the Scion, it would be a lot worse for us. So I don't even. Yeah, I guess I do actually block here. I just don't block the Nettle Drone. I just eat a Scion token, which is fine. So we take 5. Well, that's weird. Well, we're still blocking Incubator Drone. And we can pay for Spell Shrivel. No plays. Got it. Ooh, the old Smothering Abomination. So smothering. Wow. All right. Well, let's get to sideboarding. So networks are gone. I still think we want to anticipate. I think there's a decent chance we want Myers Mouse again. Could actually do the. Now maybe we want the Sylvan Scrying if we're playing 5 color, but it just still seems kind of unnecessary. Yeah, I shouldn't have left this in last game either. I don't want the Shrine of the Forsaken God. So basically, the rule is you have to main deck all the rares, but I'm certainly going to sideboard out of them when it's convenient for me. I follow my rules. All right, we want that. We want this. Oh, that'd be 19 lands. We probably don't want 19 lands, so we can take out I don't know, a forest probably. Seems fine. Whatever. Okay. So then we just need last card. I can do Myers Malice. I can do Sylvan Scrying. I can do Spawning Bed as just like a 19th land and a creature, which doesn't seem horrible. It has interaction with Abomination. I guess not much beyond that though, huh? Could do Sheer Drop. Sheer Drop versus Myers Mouse. In this match, I don't know what seems better. I think Myers Mouse might actually be better than Sheer Drop in this match. Sheer Drop deals with Nettle Drone, which is nice. Alright, let's do the Sheer Drop. Although Myers Mouse is one of our main colors, which makes it a little bit better. Alright, let's do the mouse. Changed my mind. Alright, we'll try this. Alright, well, guess we're keeping. It's not great. But doesn't feel like a mulligan, does it? We have 4 or 5 colors. Don't have a play until turn 5 currently, but we're on the draw. We'll keep it. Good chance I'm not using Fertile Thicket, I'll tell you that. I mean, I'm going to play it, but I'm not going to use it. Ooh, that was actually a really nice draw, to be honest. I mean, we're going to use it. We're just not going to find a land off of it. All right, so Abomination, Nullifier, Coilhelm Guide, and all that nonsense is on the bottom of our deck. Got it. Turn 3 Painful Truths, not the worst. Could actually rip a 2-drop spell here too and be pretty happy. All right, no 2-drops. Good news. Ooh, look at that. Busted. So we get to go turn 3 Painful Truths. Turn 4 something we draw off Painful Truths. Turn 5 Prism Array Converge 4 or Territorial Baloth, both of which seem pretty good. More likely the Baloth. No play. All right. I like that. Ooh, Nissa's Renewal? Nissa's Renewal, Painful Truths are sweet together. All right, well, now we're definitely doing Baloth. Since we get to go Baloth, Renewal into Array for full Converge. Start scrying 3 every turn? Wow. Busted. All right. Let's draw some cards. Guess we do have to discard, but found our white mana, which is nice. So now we get to go, well, same plan as before. So even if we get Mindbreakered here, it's not a big deal. Incubator Drone, sure. All right. Probably still playing Baloth first. Kind of makes more sense to me. Baloth into Renewal into Prism Array, or Prism Array into Renewal into Baloth, or Prism Array into Baloth into Renewal. Those are all options. I guess getting the Baloth down now just seems like the best option. All right. Shambling Vent. Well, we're going to be able to use it. Ideally, as long as we don't die, we're going to be able to use it. So hopeful our opponent does not have removal for Baloth. So I could go Shambling Vent, Prism Array, but I'm still not going to be able to use Shambling Vent for a while. Pretty high probability we're just going to use Niss's Renewal. Gaining 7 life seems important. But like I said, I could play Prism Array. Set up for the renewal. Ooh, Myers Mouse. Alright, so I can go Shambling Vent, Prism Array. Or I can just go Niss's Renewal now. If I Niss's Renewal, I ramp, I gain life. Maybe set it. Well, Myers Mouse right now does seem pretty insane. I think we probably want to do that. My opponent doesn't have lethal even if he draws removal for Baloth, so I guess we go land, Myers Mouse, Awaken, pass. We basically just want to get rid of whatever our opponent's got left in his hand. It's like too perfect not to do Myers Mouse, I think. Mindraker and Ruin Processor. Well, got rid of 2 non-land cards, which is certainly good. My opponent could have played Ruin Processor too for full value with the Scion token. And Mindraker would have been not as annoying, but Ruin Processor certainly would have been a problem. So as long as our opponent's not ripping removal here, probably okay. I'm trying to hold out on renewal as long as I can, but may not have that luxury. Well, looks like opponent ripped something. Yeah, well, it's unfortunate, but nothing to be done. So, opponent drew pretty ridiculous spell there, unfortunately for us, fortunately for them. So now I guess we go Shambling Vent, Prism Array. Double Ingest too. Jeez. Quite the rip from our opponent, I will be honest. Oof, Sifter. Would have loved to have drawn that. So yeah, we play Shambling Vent, we go Prism Array. Makes more... Yeah, I mean, if I... Oof. Ugly. Ugly. Very ugly. So I Prism Array so I can tap down 3 things. Or do I want a renewal? If I renewal, I'm going to get cracked back down to 1, but I'll have 3 extra lands. So if I have 3 extra lands, I can... I can't play Shambling Vent this turn if I do that, though. Man, ripping that Serpentine Spike is such a big bummer. No cards left in hand. Just the top deck of the Century. For my opponent. Horrible for me. Alright, we'll go Shambling Vent, Prism Array. Have to use 3 counters right away, which certainly is bad, but nothing to be done. Could still rip a Defiant Bloodlord, which would be useful. Hopefully it's just a land our opponent ripped here. Kind of want him to miss. Alright. Got our wish granted there. That was a horrible draw, unfortunately for us. So I can miss his renewal, tap down 2 things, or I can just leave up Shambling Vent, but I don't know how useful that is either. So I leave up Shambling Vent. If I blocked a drone, we gain 2 and then lose 6, so that wouldn't work. I would have to trade with a drone. I think we just renewal here. I don't like it. I wish I'd gotten a spell, but I guess we got a renewal at some point. So we could rip Defiant Bloodlord, we could rip a Exert Influence, which would be fine. So we only have only have like 2 lands left in the deck. Is that right? That can't be right. Maybe it is right. 3, 6, 8, 10, 13, 14. Guess we have 4 lands left in the deck. So I guess we are going to use the counters here. Problem is I can't use the Scry 3 either. Having 3 cards in hand with no spells is pretty bad. I mean, we had to expect our opponent was going to rip a spell at some point. There's a Smothering Abomination, which admittedly is not that good. I guess I can play Abomination and still use Prism Array, but then am I just dead? Guess I'm taking 6, which is pretty bad. Probably just play Smothering Abomination, leave up Shambling Vent. My opponent doesn't attack. I guess I can use Prism Array. Oh, okay. Oh, that's too bad for us. Fortunate for my opponent, but certainly too bad for us. Okay, so looks like we take 6 and go to 1, which is pretty unfortunate, but nothing to be done. Oh, Brood Monitor too? Well, I guess that wouldn't have saved my life. Alright, Exert Influence. Well, yeah, it's a thing. Let's, so I only have to exert influence for 1, but I should have upkeeped Prism Array, I guess. Well, I mean, I still would have needed the... I guess we're just dead. I don't want to show my opponent, because it's going to come in. It's tapped. Even if it was untapped, I couldn't do anything. I guess we can... We don't even need to scry. I guess we just go to the next game. I can't steal anything that does something. And I don't really want to show my opponent exert influence. That was a sad loss. We actually very easily, I think, would have won if my opponent didn't get that Serpentine Spike in such a timely, important turn. All right, let's go to the next game here. So anything I can do. He has Outnumber. I don't want to bring in Dispel. It just doesn't seem good. Could do Sheer Drop now. And Myers Mouse came up huge for us. I probably want both, but I have no idea what I would cut. I have absolutely no clue what would be a good cut. One of our early plays, because our opponent's not hyper beatdown, but I want to be able to block stupid 3-2 ingest Dominator drone, so I probably need my 2 drops. Could take out the Abomination, which just really isn't that good of a card for us anyway. Maybe bring in the Sheer Drop instead. I could actually see that. Alright, let's try this. No green mana. And 4 green cards. Probably need a mulligan. There's an awful hand, so I guess we mulligan. Alright, this one we'll keep. We at least have a play. Our opponent had to mulligan too, so I guess that's helpful. Probably our best hope is to time our opponent out. I don't know how likely that is. Hey, Exert Influence is actually a pretty powerful card to keep. So we don't actually want to use Fertile Thicket's ability. So actually, I guess I can. That just means I can either play it. It doesn't matter. I'm actually just going to wait a turn on playing it. I'm just going to draw my Exert Influence and then use Fertile Thicket, because I might actually just want to land. If I get that land and it's a 4th color, I can do some good theft with Exert Influence. So might just be worth it. So now we go Fertile Thicket. I don't want blue or green though, so I think we just say no. Because I've got, well, let's see. I draw land that even with Natural Connection that puts me in Baloth and Exert Influence range. I tend to get flooded with this deck. I don't need double blue. I don't need double green, right? There's no double blue, no double green. I do have double green. Okay, so if either, we're going to do the forest, I guess. All right. I guess that's okay. I don't love it. Put Kiora on the bottom, I suppose. I'm just thinking getting the land might be a good idea, because if we don't see a 5th land, we're just going to die. So probably makes sense to... All right, our opponent already knows about the forest, so we want to play that. And then Natural Connection can find our black mana, and then we'll have 4 colors, which is okay. At least our opponent's just got red going for them now, which is good news. And I can Exert Influence the Vile Aggregate, which actually seems okay to me. Ooh, Brood Monitor too. So steal a Vile Aggregate or play a Territorial Baloth. I think we'll play the Baloth, actually. I don't think this could come back to bite us. It's possible, I guess. I kind of just want to steal his Vile Aggregate and then beat him down with it, but have my Baloth for damage purposes. All right, now we steal this. And concession. All right, well, we'll take a match win with this deck. I'll tell you that much. All right, we'll see you in round 3.